Tonight's on The Late Show with Big J, Will Turnbull, Dean Connors, Steve Mayfield, and I'm Benjamin Connolly. Now please welcome your host, James Big J Forjax.
What do we got here? Is that Namani?
Yep.
This is too cute for television.
Hey Will, did you know that we would be wearing the same suit? Well, could you talk to wardrobe, please?
If it's Liz again, fire her right now. Well, anyway, hello and welcome to The Late Show with Big J, a show where you're slightly entertained and I make money. Since I saw you last, Meghan Markle finally had her baby and announced that little Archie will be vegan. Just another reason to hate the royals. Trump annoyed more people with his usual charades, his best one still being that he is actually president. And of course, we had the Australian federal election. Thankfully, voters weren't swayed by misinformed school children who wanted a day off to see the city.
Actually, James, I saw in your script that you would be doing this little bit about climate change.
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe rather than make jokes about it, we could take an opportunity to learn a little bit about climate change.
The thing about that is, we can't do a bit about something that doesn't exist.
Well, yeah, I reckon we just do it anyway, just in case.
How about we say no to that, put a pin in it, and let's get on with the show.
Yeah, okay, except I spoke to the producers earlier and yeah, we're doing this, James. We're doing a bit about climate change.
Okay, look, how exactly do you plan on convincing me of climate change?
Well, today I went down to campus to talk to some students to see if maybe we could understand why they believe in climate change.
We're cutting. All right then. Let's see what Ben did earlier today.
What's your name?
I'm Ailsa, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What do you study?
I'm studying communications with a major of PR.
I'm Joe.
I'm Kaylee.
What do you guys study?
Medical engineering.
Yeah.
And nutrition and dietetics.
What's your name?
I'm Hugh.
Hugh, and what do you do, Hugh?
I work in events and activities for students.
Yeah, okay.
What's your name? One sec. You don't have names, so there's a couple for nothing.
Do you have a name though?
Alex Hobbs. Alex Hobbs.
I'm Tate.
Tate, and what do you study, Tate?
Engineering.
Okay. Do you believe in climate change?
Yes,
Yeah? Why do you believe in climate change?
because you can see the climate change.
Yeah.
And you can see the global warming
So the
happening.
visual evidence of it.
So you can see it happening.
Yeah? Do you believe in climate change?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah? Why do you believe in climate change?
I believe in climate change because I've travelled to a lot of places like Iceland where I've seen firsthand the effects
Yeah, okay. Yeah?
from people like
Yeah? And yourself?
I believe in it because I'm very passionate about the environment.
Yep.
And I do active research.
Do you believe in climate change?
No.
Why not?
I just don't see it. So, it's not happening.
It's a scientific fact.
Scientific facts, yeah?
I do. I'm a strong believer in climate change.
Yeah? Why do you believe in climate change?
Because I believe in climate change on the basis that human beings are responsible for climate change. They are the causes of climate change.
And where do you get your information on climate change?
Usually from my own reading of the media, but I do believe media plays a big role in swaying people's views on whether it's real or whether it's not. And in order to find your own understanding, you do need to dig deeper and find your own sources.
Do you believe in climate change?
Nah.
No. Why don't you?
I mean, look at the trees, they're still growing.
Yeah, sure. Do you get evidence from anywhere else or just what you can see? Like do any of your own research, social media?
I follow some social media influencers. They've got some real interesting takes.
Yeah, okay. Do they have any evidence or is it just what they can see? Or?
Oh no, they say they have evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tons. You just look.
Okay.
Google.
No, okay.
Google, mate.
I'll Google it. I'll Google it. Thank you for your time.
You can do it.
Mate, we're back.
Well, that was very informative and really, really gripping.
I was gripped.
I'm sure you were.
I was gripped.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
But I'm still not convinced, Ben.
Really?
Yeah.
After all that, you still don't
that.
believe?
I'm afraid they couldn't convince me. And there are even people that agreed with me in those groups.
Look, I thought you might say that, so I came prepared.
Did you?
Yep. You know Will Turnbull?
Yuan's famous weatherman.
The very same. He was down at the beach this week doing some reporting when he ran into someone kind of important.
All right, let's see what you got.
Hi, I'm Will Turnbull and I'm here to present on the hottest day Newcastle has seen. I'm here at Newcastle Beach and it's the hottest day we've seen in autumn for about 50 years. I think that's Dean Connors, the future heir to Whitehaven Coal. Just follow me, I'll try and get an interview quickly. Come on. Dean Connors. Dean, mate. How you going, mate? Will Turnbull. I'm just here to see if you'll pop in for a quick interview. Do you mind?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So do you know about the adverse effects coal has on the environment?
Yeah.
Well, can you describe them? And what are you going to do as the future CEO to prevent it?
Well, does it look like anything needs to be done?
Mate, looks can be deceiving. You can't exactly see the ozone layer, but it is there and it is thinning. Do you know about the ozone layer?
You mean the brozone layer?
No, not the brozone layer. It's not. The brozone layer isn't where you sit and have a vape. The ozone layer is what protects us from radiation from the sun.
Oh, that thing.
It stops. That's what the greenhouse effect is. It's because of the ozone. Do you know that?
There's no greenhouses here, dude.
There's not a literal greenhouse. Don't worry. There's a bunch of other questions I got to ask. Do you know that coal is going to run out eventually? What's your plan after that?
Oh, mate, coal's there forever, mate. Santa Claus gives it to the bad kids.
Doesn't that mean it's not valuable?
Dude.
If coal was good, wouldn't Santa give it to good kids?
Oh, I don't know, dude.
You look pretty hot and flustered for someone hanging out. It's nearly winter. You're wearing slides and it's nearly winter, mate.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, hey. It's this vape or something, eh?
It's got you sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's alright.
Right, well...
Are you off?
I don't know, dude,
Just check the time.
I better go, eh?
Yeah, it's time to pollute the environment some more, eh? Well, that was Dean Connors. Thankfully, he gave us a quick little interview. He didn't say too much, though he said a couple words. Thank you very much, and back to you guys in the studio.
The 80s?
80s theme?
Yeah.
And how old are you turning?
30 plus.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, looking good.
Yeah, nice.
So your celebrity crush is Tom Holland.
Oh.
Yeah. That's pretty.
Didn't we use this joke last week?
Yep. But I didn't think anyone heard it.
Well, that guy, Ben, he was an idiot. I'm just going to say it. And I'm not sure how helpful he was for your argument.
Well, I mean, he was an idiot, but this is the type of guy that's going to be running Australia's biggest coal company one day.
Yeah, but the only losers there are the shareholders, Ben. Look, I'm kind of starting to see where you're coming from, but I'm still not convinced yet.
All right, I thought it might come to this, so I'm going to pull out the big guns.
Big guns.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Newcastle's Earth Action Alliance, please welcome Steve Mayfield and Whitehaven Coal's future CEO, Dean Connors.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for being here.
What are you reaching for there, Dean? Dean, what's that you got?
Nothing. Didn't you just call me an idiot before?
Anyway, Steve, welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Pleasure to be here, thank you.
So Ben has brought you on to convince me that climate change is real.
Well, that's the plan.
So let's just jump straight into it then. Why should I believe in climate change?
Oh, well, James, I don't think it's really a case of believing or not. This isn't really a discussion based on faith or feelings. No, mate, sorry. This is one based on real, undeniable scientific facts.
Where are these so-called scientific facts coming from?
Well, I like to promote websites like the NASA website, for example. There's lots of really easily understandable facts on climate change and the impacts of humans on the world. And on top of that, our own government have pages and pages of information on the observed effects of climate change right here in Australia.
Interesting. So you're saying all scientists agree that humans are the cause of climate change?
Well, not exactly, James, but 97% of climate scientists do agree that the climate warming trends of the past century are extremely likely due to human activities. And most of the leading scientific organisations worldwide have all issued public statements to that effect.
I mean, I've got to admit, that does seem pretty damning. But what does Whitehaven Coal have to say to that?
The climate would have changed regardless of humans.
But I just told you that 97% of climate scientists believe that the change is caused by humans.
Then that 3% are right.
But global temperatures have risen 0.9 degrees since the 1890s. I mean,
1 degree isn't that bad.
But most of that warming has occurred in the past 35 years, and 5 of the warmest temperature years on record have all been, since 2010.
Nice beach weather.
I can't believe anyone's going to let you run a company one day. You're a bloody idiot.
Whoa, Steve. Let's calm down there. Dean, what are your facts?
The facts are that climate change has no impact on Australia whatsoever. And even if it did, what could we possibly do to help Australians?
Look, even though Australia do commit a small amount, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't set an example to the rest of the world. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't do our bit. Australia's never cared about what the rest of the world does. We just do the right thing regardless, because it's right.
All right, fellas, some good discussion there. I think that's all the time we have for now, but thanks for coming on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Mayfield and Dean Connors. What a pleasure it was to have those two on. All right, Ben, I think you've done it. You've convinced me.
Knew it was only a matter of time, mate.
Okay, now run along and grab me a coffee.
No, that's not your line.
Oh, yeah, go. Go. Seriously? Yeah, right now. I'm thirsty.
We're doing a show.
Parched.
We're doing a show. I've got a line.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, we're doing a show.
Don't remember when I was second best. All right, well, that was all we have time for tonight, and coincidentally, that was Ben's last show. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hopefully you all learned something. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. Remember, I love you, and good night.